Welcome to GenealogyBank. We're excited to help you search for your ancestors in the billions of names found in the largest and fastest growing online newspaper archive for family history research. A good place to start is to think of an ancestor that was living in the United States as far back as 1690. You don't need to know much about the person. A last name is often a good place to get started. Simply enter a name into the search form and click on Search. We'll use John Zantziger as our example here. Clicking on the search button automatically searches the billions of names found on GenealogyBank. Depending on how much information you enter, you could get a pretty long list of results at first. This search, for example, returned more than 2,422 results. We've broken down the results by category to make it easier for you to find your ancestor. Your results might include birth and marriage records, obituaries, photographs, and various news articles from historical newspapers, military and government records found in historical books and documents, or even recent obituaries. We'll start by focusing our search on the marriage records found within the pages of the historical newspaper collection. This is a great place to start as it provides a wealth of information such as names, dates, and location. We've now narrowed our search down to 19 results. Let's now focus on a single marriage record. The John Zantziger we're looking for lived in the United States in 1821. We have now found two marriage records for John Zantziger. From here you can click on and view the actual marriage record as it was originally published. Here is John Zantziger's marriage to Susan Hipkins in North Carolina on January 31st, as originally recorded in the March 17th edition of the New York Daily Advertiser. The article also gives us more family information, that she was the daughter of Captain John Hipkins of Norfolk, and also fills in another detail, that John was a lieutenant and his middle name was Paul, John Paul. Note that the newspapers from Massachusetts and New York printed this announcement, although the wedding was in North Carolina. You can easily save or print each record by clicking on the print or PDF icon located in the upper right-hand corner, or zoom in to make the article easier to read. You can also see the full newspaper page by clicking on the page number in the upper left-hand corner. GenealogyBank's newspaper archive provides you with the entire newspaper exactly as it was originally printed. Next, we'll take a look at the obituaries also found in the historical newspaper collection to see what else we can discover. Here we learn the sad news that 25 years after their marriage, John's wife passed away in Virginia, as reported in the September 18, 1846 edition of the New London Morning News in Connecticut. Although she passed away in Virginia, the obituary appeared in the Connecticut newspaper. Again, it's important that you don't limit your search to just one city or state. Additional information can also be uncovered within the millions of news articles found in the historical newspaper collection. In 1830, John arrived as a passenger aboard the ship St. Peter, docking in Baltimore, as reported on page 3 in the March 16, 1830 edition of the Daily National Intelligencer. In 1832, he was appointed captain of the USS St. Louis. Later that year, he was named to command the USS Natchez. A closer look at this article lists a W.P. Zantziger purser. Turns out this was John's brother. In 1835, his ship arrived in New York City. Historical newspapers can really give you a sense of what your ancestor's life was like at a moment in time. Over 95% of the historical newspapers are exclusive to GenealogyBank and cannot be found on other websites. Now you know how to start searching for an ancestor and how to save and print what you find about them on GenealogyBank.